With you I feel like breaking rules. On the edge, looking out with no parachute. You know I'm dreaming about us two, playing around without a clue. On the edge, screening out. With us it's all or nothing. Oh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing, but guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you just leave. With us it's all or nothing. Oh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing, but guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you just leave. Had to convince my friends this time. Think you're toxic to my mind, but I know they don't know what you're all about. The way you hold my body tight, staying up talking through the night. Yeah, I know they just don't. With us it's all or nothing. Oh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing, but guess I need more of you.
Testing. Doo-doo-doo. Hello everyone, it's 12:17 a.m. and I don't know why it's red on my screen. I think it's because I'm using my laptop too much. So it 12. Oh, now it's 12:18 a.m. It says here July 20th, but my brain still thinks it's July 19th. And I want to apologize about what happened. I was supposed to stream yesterday, technically on July 18th, but I was struggling with jet lag, and it was a crazy day. So my flight was delayed, and I was almost late for work. So my flight arrived almost at 9 a.m. And oh my goodness, I was rushing. I was like, oh my god, I got it. Good thing I landed at an airport that's near my house. So that's JFK. And whew, that was a tough one. So during work on Monday, since I just arrived from a red-eye flight from Las Vegas, and because I had a pharmacy conference in Las Vegas, oh my goodness, I was out of balance. It was crazy. And I was also dehydrated too. The reason I'm looking around is because I actually need my water bottle. Just give me one moment. Okay. Oh, blooper. I don't know how this came in. Alright. Oh my god. I think on my next stream, I'm going to have to talk about the heat and all that. This is going to last for several more days for this heat wave, at least here in New York City. When I was in Las Vegas, it was 112 degrees. I believe it was 112 both on Saturday and Sunday as high temperatures. It was hot. Hey, DJ Nicky, you came right on time. So sorry, no COVID stuff today, no monkeypox today. You were about to go to sleep. Welcome back to New York City. Yes, I know. I always start late. You know how it is. And you've come right on time simply because I'm going to talk about my pharmacy. Well, it's not my pharmacy conference. It's a pharmacy conference. I don't run that, but so I'm going to talk about. I'm going to review the pharmacy conference, even though I only went for one day, because all the other days it was a weekday, and I have to work on a weekday. So I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. All right. So, all right, Nikki. So you get to see something that I deal with in my field. This is a pharmacy conference. So it's called RBC, which stands for Retail Business Conference. This is run by Cardinal Health. So Cardinal Health is a vendor. So they provide all these medications, whether it's prescription or over the counter, all those things. So that's why I went to Las Vegas for the pharmacy conference. Also, there is an incentive which I cannot discuss due to business/copyright reasons. So, this is to help with the pharmacy. It's great, but also awkward because New York City keeps getting hit with crime rates. The economy is getting worse, and also the health concerns going around like COVID and monkeypox. Yeah, so I still think New York City is the greatest city in the world, even though it's not perfect. Okay, I don't think any city is perfect. I will say that New York City is one hell of a ride. I should know because I live here for 33 years. Alright, I'm 34. My first year was in Project for Quezon City in the Philippines. And I actually remember a little bit about that, even though I was only 1 year old. Most people, I don't think, remember a lot of things when they're 1 year old. I'm a little weird. Okay, so anyway, so this one was held at the Mandalay Bay on July 13th through the 16th. And this is to celebrate independent pharmacies as well as those involved in the community pharmacy setting. So mainly the ones in the small business, the mom and pop private pharmacy practices. All right. So approximately about 4,500 pharmacy owners and pharmacists looking for new ways to improve patient care and grow their business. I was there to have fun and to network and learn about all these different things. So many companies were being represented in this conference. Pfizer is one of them. There's Teva Pharmaceuticals. Those are the ones that I've seen. There are also different ones that you've never heard of. So they have it in this exhibitor guide right over here. Here it is. So some of the stuff here, these are the list of the companies. Alright, I'm not going to share too much due to copyright reasons, but these are the list here. Look at all that. So some of them include 3M, so those are the one that's from Minnesota, that's the one with the tape and all that stuff. Abbott, they also make the tests. Alvogen, Apotex, Aurobindo, Bausch & Lomb, those are the ones with the eye drops. What do we have here? Carlsbad. What are the well-known ones? Let's see. Glenmark. Here. Micro Merchant, that's the computer system I use at the pharmacy. There's Merck. There's the National Association of Boards of Pharmacy. Uh-oh. Alright, there's Par Pharmaceuticals. This is the map here, so I'll talk about the maps a little bit. So, you see here. So, they're very organized. Okay, there's Rhodes. There is Sun Pharma. There is... Even Prevagen is there. So Prevagen's the one that makes the memory ones, the memory medications. And what else? So yep, that's right. I feel jet lag for a while because I've taken a red eye flight back here. Yes, I still have jet lag ever since from Sunday night. Okay, because you already know we both of you and I had to go 3 hours forward. Even though 3 hours doesn't seem like a big deal, it's a lot. Alright. So here are the program events here. So they also provide a lot of information, which I'll talk about in a bit. Oop. No, it's not ending. We're not ending. I press on the wrong button. Yeah, so I'm still trying to get back at things, but also it's a 5-hour. Me too. Mine is a 5-hour flight, even though I'm coming from Las Vegas. How is that possible? Okay. to Her Blue. Oh no, Jet. Yes, I took JetBlue. JetBlue. The only problem I have with JetBlue, I actually met one of the founders. I actually met the founder of JetBlue because when I was in high school, he was doing one of those keynote addresses for when I graduated high school. I was surprised, but anyway. Also, JetBlue's headquarters is in Long Island City, so it's near you. You just take the subway, you get there, boom, you're there. But the complaint I have with JetBlue is number one, my flight was delayed, and it spent more time in the air than it's supposed to. Number two, the plane's Wi-Fi wasn't working. It was basically non-existent, and I was pissed because I wanted to do my CEs while I was on the plane. But anyway, it was very hard to sleep because some people, this is how they snore. How do you freaking snore like that? I always passed by there when I used to live in Astoria. I used to live in Astoria. That was, I think, my first couple of years in New York City. I moved from Manila to the Philippines on my right before I turned 1. But I still can't get over. This person was going. Oh my god. So I had trouble sleeping, and there was a crying baby. It drives me nuts. I wanted to scream in the airplane. It's crazy, but you can't fault JetBlue for that, you know. I gotta tell you, flying. It was my first time in 3 years that I flew. The last time I flew to Nashville, Tennessee, for RBC as well. It was a shorter flight, of course. The touch screens also suck, but when I tried tomato juice out of curiosity, I instantly regretted it. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of tomato juice. I kind of knew where this was going. Okay, this is anything that's made straight from fruits and vegetables. Even though they're healthy, they're also perishable. So they need to have some kind of an ice box somewhere that have all the, the dry ice and all that. The only problem with dry ice is that it's it's too cold. But anyway, so this is, again, it's an annual gathering of 4,500 pharmacy owners and pharmacists looking for new ways to improve patient care and grow their business. So there are different ways. So some of the things that I'm going to actually discuss, so this is in the program events here, so you get to see the CEs. See, here it is, table of contents over here. These are some of the companies that were represented in the conference. So some of the things they talk about is, they have chronic stress and how does it happen, how to fix it, a guide for a national diabetes prevention program, immunization lessons, what else? Point of care testing, biosimilars and interchangeability. So that's mainly with injectables. All right, so just to make this more. Oh boy. Carrot juice, okay. All right, you know what? I like to mix it with a little fruit juice. Anyway, but either way, it's pretty healthy. Okay, if you take good care of it. So they talk about, billing. They talk about pharmacy law, basic. They also did CPR. Had CPR classes, and I'll talk about a little bit that they want your money. They want your money, just like all the other cons. All right, so they have all these different. They even have a wellness activity over here. I wasn't able to attend it because Saturday also had less events occurring during that conference. So I'll talk about that. All right. So there's a trade show floor. So that's equivalent to a dealer's room. There is no artist alley here. There's no vendors or exhibitors or anything like that where it's from just an individual or group of people. It's mainly companies. All right. There's workout classes including yoga, and I already said CEs, so continuing education seminars, wellness assessments and activities, And by the way, I don't know how it's there. There is no gaming area. But if what's closest to the gaming area is actually with something called Camp Cardinal Health. So there is sorry. So there is something that's provided for the kids. And that's particularly for those who are parents, who are pharmacists, or pharmacy owners, and they decide to bring their kids. The kids go to something called Camp Cardinal Health. So they actually have a schedule as well on the website. So they have customer appreciation night, something like a party. I had to work on that day, so I couldn't make it. There was a concert with a rock singer named Sammy Hagar. I don't even know this guy. All right. There's a dog therapy, which I will show you. I attended one of the dog therapy ones. This is provided by Michael's Angel Paws. So go to michaelangelpaws.org. They're based in Nevada, of course, because Las Vegas is Nevada, of course. So you can look at that. And also, photography is restricted, so you're not going to see a lot of pictures. Particularly in the trade show area, simply because of copyright reasons, okay? And it's copyright with both the company running the conference as well as the companies that are being represented in the conference. So before I did this review for Twitch/YouTube, before the event ended, what I did was I went to the info desk and I actually went over the pictures to see it and to tell them, okay, which one is good, is appropriate, which one's not. There were actually some pictures I actually had to delete. All right, so one of the rules that they told me was, as long as it's if it's general, if it's something that it's something to do with the company where they don't want to do it. Okay, unless if the company gives permission. Pfizer was one company that was being represented in the trade show for the conference, and they told me to delete it. So I deleted it, and you're not going to see this in this review. All right. So for copyright reasons, I'm not going to go any further than that, out of respect for them. All right. So, you're not going to see a lot of pictures, but I'll do some trade show and all that just to get a feel for it. All right. Now, in this case, this is only limited to just independent pharmacies, but reason why I'm doing this review is because I really want this conference to do better, because I really want to attend more days for this one. Okay, but also, this is to help this grow. I hope, I do my best to give some constructive feedback on this. All right, so this is. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, I give it a 7 out of 10. You probably see it already. So, it's okay. It's okay. But I only attended one day. It's a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's a 4-day event. Alright. And I'll explain why. So, now, as you can see from the pictures already, it's pretty accessible. So, there are detailed maps, program of events. The program events I talked about over here. So, this is it. So you see all this information here. Look at that Neon Beach party. I couldn't make it because I was working. I didn't know it's actually 30th anniversary because they began in 1990. So look at all this. Look at all these events. Lots of stuff. Look at that. Oh yeah, this is the therapy dog here. Aw, so cute. So cute. Okay. So you see all this here, continuing education schedule. So lots of things. The only thing here that I want to show is that on Saturday there's barely anything, and I'm going to show you here. Look at this. So here, this is third. See, look at Saturday. Look at this. Saturday only covers. It only covers this section here, and look at all the other days. It's packed, even though it's on the weekday. That's crazy. Oh wait, Wednesday has just as less, but Wednesday is just day one. All right, so that's scheduled events, but it's actually more than that because there's also the continuing education schedule, so you see how packed it is. Over here, this is on the right side. So, okay. This is the schedule here. There's also lots of stuff here. Alright. Saturday, not so much here, but it's mainly in the morning. So, alright. So there's a lot to choose from. It's just, if you're working on a weekday, alright, and you're only available on weekends, if you're only available weekends, Saturday is the only day, basically. Sunday I did a lot of sightseeing for Las Vegas. Alright, so that's one of the things here. Okay, so, oh wait, you know what I forgot to tell you? So I did talk about program and events. I talked about the exhibitor guide, so it gives information on all the exhibitors, which are the companies that are being represented. But I'm also going to show you the maps. That's another big plus that I love about. Here, this is the map here. So this is the general map here for Mandalay Bay. So it shows all those ballrooms and all that. See, very detailed. And then this is more in where they're being held. And this one, this is the bigger version of it. So look at this. So it tells you even where to go and all that. Very simple. Lots of stuff going on there. Okay? A lot of cons don't do that. Not very happy about that. Not a lot of the regular cons like the New York Comic Con, NYCs, and all that stuff. That's where EVO is going to be held. What is EVO? Let's see. Let me check. EVO is Mandalay Bay. So EVO Evolution Championship Series. I think. Oh, it's fighting games. Oh, I'm not a big gamer anyway. But anyway, that's good to know. So, I stayed at the Mandalay Bay, and I'm going to talk about my experience. It kind of sucked. In the beginning, of course. And then once I got my room, I'm good. And I also did a stream, okay? So in case if you're wondering, it's on YouTube, by the way. And I had to edit a little bit because the Wi-Fi sucked at Mandalay Bay. And I didn't realize my stream ended. It got cut short. And I couldn't give my rail report, I had to stitch it up a little bit. I had to do video editing at Mandalay Bay. That wasn't supposed to happen. But the reason why I had to do the video editing was because I had to put the video that I recorded when there was a scare at the New York casino, when we thought there was an active shooter. There was no active shooter once we found out what happened, and all it started out was across the strip at the MGM Grand. Glass was shattered. They thought someone shot a bullet. Someone used a gun and shot the glass, which shattered. But it wasn't true. I know in my case, it started out, and I didn't record this. I started out where I was waiting online for that roller coaster at the New York casino, and all of a sudden people started running. And I thought, and this is a stupid reasoning, I thought people were running because the roller coaster got free. And they were running through the arcades and all that. When I started seeing people running into different places, that's when I asked myself, okay, what's going on? So I asked the staff members. They were saying that there was an active shooter. So I went into a smaller group, and I went into this office, and we were all hiding. There were some people who were crying, and I consoled one person, and we became friends, and her name was Casey. She's from Reno, Nevada, so we exchanged Instagram information and all that. So, yeah, and she was so thankful because, I helped her out and all that. I told her I'm from New York. We go through these things, kind of. It was a scary experience for a lot of people. For me, I didn't feel scared. I felt confused, and I felt surprised. I was a little startled. I was like, why are people running? And I didn't hear any gunshots. It was like, oh, okay, so. Alright, it's the biggest tournament in the world since you get world-class fighting game players, not just from the States, but also the world to compete over. Yeah, you know what? Las Vegas is not just a casino city, it's also People call it Sin City. It's basically it's the entertainment, basically, to me, in my opinion, the entertainment city of the world. It's not just casinos. They also have lots of conventions as well. Even though Las Vegas has its own convention center, there's basically a lot of convention space all over Las Vegas. Okay, Mandalay Bay included. And they're pretty expensive too if you want to plan an event there. So, okay. Anyway, let's continue with the good. So it's pretty accessible. Again, I showed you the maps. I showed you the program events. So they give you the information here, and also the information about the exhibitors. Let's show some pictures, baby. Look at this. Not many cons do this. Look how, see, short, sweet, to the point. And even whether you have maps or not, these things are helpful, and they're found throughout the venue. We need cons to do something like this. Please, please, pretty please, okay? So they also have these things about facts about pharmacies, how it's very important, in the fourth industrial revolution, and then now there's telehealth and all that. Then we're becoming like a healthcare destination, that kind of thing. So that's just some of the information. Okay, so this is a little bit of, just these are the pictures that were approved by the info desk. So this is just a nice view, summary, I guess, if you want to put it that way. A nice feel of the trade show. There's a connections cafe, so you can network there and talk with other healthcare professionals, pharmacists, and whatnot. Even the schedule of events. So if you don't want to rummage through and trying to find your little booklet, it's there. It has a poster. Let me put this back. Let me put my stuff back. Okay. So very clear, to the point. I took a picture of it. All right, that's amazing. I love it. Okay, so big venue using lots of ballrooms. So one ballroom is actually used. Look at this. That's where you get your free food. By the way, that's one of the good things. They have free food as long as you stay in the venue and go to one of these places. There's actually food surrounding there. It's along these walls all over, and they basically serve the same thing. So they have the grilled chicken breasts with the bun. Okay, so this is the one over here. There's the bun, the chicken. I didn't get the buns. I like the chicken. And then they have the sliced onions here. They got this is chopped, I think, sliced and diced. This is just the sliced version. And then there's the garlic, parsley, butter, what else? I'm sorry, that's on the bun, sorry. Sliced onions, there's garlic aioli, that's tasted like mayonnaise for some reason. Green olive relish here, all that. This is all free. And I don't see any I don't see cons do that. Alright, so anyway. So, as I showed you, it's a lot of seminars and other sessions. Saturday's one of the days that lacked seminars and events and all that. Also, I forgot to tell you that, as I said, there's big venues using lots of ballrooms. Adequate space for foot traffic, as I just show you the pictures. The space is pretty big. Alright. And so also there were drinking fountains as well. Las Vegas hit like about 112 degrees Fahrenheit. That's pretty high. I actually forgot for those who want the Celsius, the metric system, let me see. 112 minus 32 times 5 divided by 9. So it's about 44 degrees Celsius. That's hot. Super hot. And it was dry heat too. It's like you're being roasted in the oven. So you have to drink lots of fluids there. So very important. All right, Mandalay Bay should know because anyway. So the staff were helpful. I want to thank Debbie, my sales rep, for making this happen, for helping me sign up and all that. All right, and helping the pharmacy. There was a place provided for kids called Camp Cardinal Health, so I'm actually gonna talk about this. Here we go. This is Camp Cardinal Health. This is for the kids. So I don't know if you're able to see this. Actually, I'm going to read it. So there's Fiesta, that's party. So they have the children's museum and magic show. There was cosmic bowling, and then there's a scenic drive to Hoover Dam, and then there is a pinball Hall of Fame and United Way project, and then they had the cosmic bowling and lunch. That's just some of the few events being held at Camp Cardinal Health. By the way, this looks like the cool chill version of Angry Birds, I think. Look at that. All right, and then Mix Mingle Mimosa. So another networking opportunity there. All right. So as I said, lots of opportunities to network and meet many people. It's also near famous attractions in Las Vegas if you plan well, of course. If you plan well, you don't need to drive. I used Ubers, I think 4 times. The last 2 times, well, number 1, I had to go to Mandalay Bay because there was something wrong with the bus. There was something called the Deuce. So it's a double-decker bus. And it's one of the slowest buses. It's considered a bus for tourists. But I had to use it because I needed to get back to the Mandalay Bay after doing the sightseeing and doing all these fun touristy activities in Las Vegas. All right, but the Deuce didn't come. The Deuce bus didn't come, so I had to take a Lyft/Uber. And then after that, I had to use this Lyft or Uber to get to the airport because the buses suck ass. In Las Vegas, public transportation in general sucks ass. Okay. The monorails are fragmented and there are different kinds. There is one that connects from Mandalay Bay and Excalibur. All right. And one of them goes express. And then the other side stops at, I think, Luxor and some other hotel. I forgot what it was. That's a private monorail. Another monorail it's in the Mirage. I did not take that one. And then there was another one that's the long one. It's called the Las Vegas monorail. And that one goes from so I think it was from MGM Grand, I believe, all the way north to the Sahara resorts. And it's like going goes all over. It's only serves mainly the eastern side of Las Vegas. With all the ones with all the casinos. The one if you go by the Strip, that's Las Vegas Boulevard. That's where most of the casinos are, and that's where a lot of the traffic is, and it's annoying. All right. Anyway, it also had a concert. So I talked about this concert already. It's some rock guy. And it's Sammy Hagen, I think. And then also the dog therapy. I'm going to show you the dog therapy. Look at this. It is, yes, so this is dog therapy provided by Michael's Angel Paws. All right, look at this. So cute. I love it. They're so cute. All right, so lots of good. There's a reason why I gave it a 7. So this is what took a handful of points. There's no mask mandate. Barely anyone wore masks, and this is considered a healthcare field. Okay, no, they lack COVID protocols. There's lax security. You have to pay extra to attend most of the seminar/sessions, including the CEs. Oh boy. So compared to 2019 and before, I've noticed that there were less exhibitors and vendors in the trade show. So there was like a lot of open space, at least in my opinion. The one that really pissed me off is that Saturday not only had less content, but it ended around 1 to 2 p.m. I know, if I remember, I think the trade show closed at 1 p.m. and I was still able to eat my lunch after 1. So I would say maybe 1:30 or 2 it ended, based on the program events here. So the CEs, the continuing education ended at 12 p.m. But the general schedule says 1:30. I just rounded to 2 p.m. So this is the RBC 2023 Boston kickoff lunch. That's great because next year, since that it's going to be held in Boston, it's going to be so much easier. I don't need to take a plane to get there. I can just take either the bus or Amtrak, which I've done every year to go to Anime Boston. All right. So the next thing is this other thing pissed me off. Okay, Saturday was a really short day. In my opinion, it should cover more for Saturday. Like maybe close at 7 p.m. rather than 1:30 or 2 p.m. All right, and also cover Sunday, and it doesn't have to be the whole Sunday. It could be like that Saturday where it closes at 2 p.m. And as I said, this event is held from Wednesday through Saturday, so the 13th through the 16th. Weekdays I couldn't make it because I was working. I had no one to cover me. Okay. Also, this one has nothing. It's not RBC's fault. It's not Cardinal Health's fault. But Mandalay Bay had issues when it comes to checking in. All right, their check-in time is around, I believe, don't quote me on this. I think it was 2 p.m. Let me just double check something. Mandalay Bay check-in time. Mandalay Bay check-in time. So, 3 p.m. So the check-in time is 3 p.m. All right. So the issue with that is, I don't like lines. I get line anxiety. So one of the advice that I got from watching one of the YouTube videos was to get on the line at least 1 hour before the check-in time. So in this case, 2 p.m. Which I did much earlier. I did a little earlier than that. So I used my phone to check in because the lines were long. All right. And everything worked. I had to download the MGM app to do this. So what I did was I checked in. Okay, great. On my phone, great. I got my room on my phone. So I went to the elevators and I hover my phone like I did with the Omni when you tap your phone to pay the fare to take the subway here in New York City. And the problem was, usually after you scan, when you press the button, the floor, in my case it was the 30th floor in the Mandalay Bay, it lit up after I pressed, but it was gone, and it couldn't light up, and the elevator wasn't able to get to the floor, and I was very pissed. And there was one person who was an attendee of the event, and the highest floor I went was the 22nd floor, and I went and I saw a staff person. It was a cleaning lady, and I asked her, how do I get to the 30th floor because my thing's not working. Do you have the stairs? Like, I can just go on the stairs. I don't care. 8 floors up. Fine. I'm a New Yorker. I can do that. And she said, no, I can't answer. And at the time, on the 22nd floor, there was an unconscious person in the hotel. So it was a little crazy. So I had to go back downstairs, and I had to get the cards. And they worked, of course. So the lesson here is it's better to check in with a person and probably arrive there maybe 1 to 2 hours before the check-in time, just so because of the lines, of course, they can get really long. It's Vegas, of course. It's a tourist city, just like New York, and you never know if your room's going to be ready earlier than you think. So yeah, it's much better than doing bell service, or that's bell service is the room, the bag and coat check. There was also a line for that too. Oh lordies. And then if you want to get it back, not only you have to keep your tag, you're gonna scan the tag, and you have to wait 10 plus minutes for a staff member to bring the bag to you. So a lot of time, you have to do a lot of waiting with that. So also, as I said before, you need to have stairs next to elevators, or at least a short distance, simply because what if there's a fire, or there's a shooting, or if the elevators don't work, or if there's a power outage. You have to show us where the stairs are. There's gotta be stairs. I'm serious. Lastly, I didn't know about the photography policy. So I hinted at earlier that, but when they explained it to me at the info desk, and a few vendors or big pharma companies talked about it, I actually understood why, because of copyright reasons and all that. Even if I asked with permission, because people will say, oh, I could be taking pictures, just to help with the competitors. In this case, this is more of an informative kind of thing. This is not used to, just say, oh, give this to competitors. No, I'm not doing that, because I only work for a mom and pop private small pharmacy. I don't work for a big company. Okay, so this is used for informational reasons. But more importantly, is to provide constructive feedback. Hopefully, we can all learn from this, whether it's a pharmacy conference, whether if you're going to a con or whatnot. So it should be, I hope this is helpful. I'll be right back. I'm going to do the real report pretty quickly. Alright. Oh, I always get that one wrong. There we go, much better. We'll talk about New Jersey Transit in a little bit. It's not that much. The main thing's really the subway. So, I don't know if you remember, if you watched the previous stream, I said I was going to do the weekend ongoing. I decided not to do it for this stream, for today's session, simply because people are going to get confused. So I'm only going to do the weekdays. Alright, so this Friday, when I stream. So I will talk about the weekend. All right, so let's do this. We're gonna do with the ongoing. I gotta move this thing. Let's see. So you already know about the J train. No J trains east of 121st Street. You should know your cross honors already. I talked about it in my previous streams. All right. There's no D Express trains north of 145th Street. Okay. I already talked about the 5 trains diversions. That's only for 90 minutes in every weekday morning, 7:20 a.m. to 8:50 a.m. All right. Also, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. northbound D skips 182, 183 streets. Next thing is during the midday hours, northbound F train skips Avenue U. All right. At nighttime, this is ongoing as well. So, oops. The 1, 2, and 3 trains stop at 86th and 79th streets. Northbound N train in Brooklyn is going via the D. It's going to be on the D line between Stillwell and 36th streets. Next thing is there's no Q train between Atlantic and Prospect Park. We're going to be using a bus for this. And also during the daytime, and this is Tuesday to Friday only, midday hours. And this one is on the Anxiety train, and this is eastbound. Will skip 104th and 111th streets. So that's your subway. Next thing, for the path, it's nighttime. For the path, it still skips 9th Street and 23rd Street. Don't know how long it's going to last for that one. Next thing, New Jersey Transit. This is ongoing, and this one from 9:30 a.m. to 3:38 p.m. approximately. There's no New Jersey Transit trains between Summit and Gladstone. You're going to take a bus for this. You're also going to need to take a bus to get to Princeton from Princeton Junction. So they'll replace that. They call it the Dinky Shuttle. That's your ongoing. Let's do the daytime. There are only 2 that I found for the daytime advisories for this weekday. All right, for this week. So it started on Monday, so it's Monday through Friday for this week only, 9:45 a.m. to 3 p.m. So westbound J train is express between Broadway Junction and Myrtle Avenue Broadway. Next thing, and it started for Tuesday, so it's Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. The B and Q trains between Prospect Park here and Kings Highway. So in this section here. So the northbound B and Q trains are local between Kings Highway and Prospect Park. And B and Q trains are express southbound between Prospect Park and Kings Highway, making stops at Church Avenue, Newkirk Plaza. Let's get to the nighttime. The 5 train will only run between Dyer Avenue and East 180th Street early, so it will start at 8 p.m. through 5 a.m. Alright, next thing is the 1 train is going to be screwed up. So southbound 1 train skips 207th Street. That's the least of your worries. There's no 1 train between 137th Street, City College, and Dyckman Street. So what you're going to do, there are 2 buses. Alright, you're going to use the Anxiety train. Alright, and also these 2 buses, there's one that runs between 137th Street, City College, and what it'll do, it's going to go to Dyckman Street here, and then it'll stop at both Dyckman Street stations here. The other one is... The other one it'll do is the other bus will go from 168th Street, 191st Street via, I think this is via St. Nicholas. The other one, this 1 train will go along Broadway. Actually, it'll go along Broadway, make stops. It'll make stops that correspond to the 1 train here, and then make a right rather. I think they do this almost every year. I don't understand why. You can't band-aid your way through things, okay? You gotta give it a really good fix that lasts a really long time. Okay, next thing. It's northbound 4 and 6 trains is local between Brooklyn Bridge here. No, I'm sorry, here. Brooklyn Bridge is over here. Between Brooklyn Bridge and 42nd Street. Northbound AC and D trains is local between 59th Street and 125th Street. That's a lot. Southbound AC and D trains express the other way around between 125th and 59th Street. E train, it will be going on the F line between West 4th Street and 2nd Avenue. That's the last stop. No E trains between West 4th Street and World Trade Center. So you need to use the A and C trains in this area. World Trade Center is connected with Chambers Street. They're basically next to each other. Just letting you know. Okay, and I've been there also. Next thing, northbound. Oh, wait. Northbound. He's done 30. Okay, I wrote that one down already. So I made a duplicate. Okay. This is Tuesday. Hola, Catices, ¿cómo estás? You just missed my review on on the pharmacy conference I went to in Las Vegas. All right. When are we gonna do the interview? We gotta do this. Sorry that I brought it up though, and I hope everything's okay. So, you can watch my VODs. It's okay. All right, but it's nice seeing you. Thank you so much for dropping by. Muchísimas gracias por estar aquí. Okay, en mi transmisión. All right, so. Oh wait, there's more for the trains. So I will say that. What else I missed? Oh yeah, this is only for Tuesday night. So this is going right now, but it's only for tonight, Tuesday night. All right, southbound 4 and 6 trains is express here between 125th Street and 42nd Street over here. Next thing is with the anxiety train, northbound A and C trains express between 125th Street and 168th Street. Both stop at 145th Street. Northbound D train stops at 135th Street. Okay. Next thing, we're gonna go to the L train. Okay, there's no L train between Lorimer and Broadway Junction. You're gonna need to use the bus, or you're gonna need to use the J and the G trains. Well, there is no connection here unless if you use an unlimited Metro card. What they really need to do, I think this one is the more expensive one. Get rid of these two stations and then form one big station, like they call it Broadway Union or something, whatever that is, and they'll make trains go faster. But I don't think that's gonna work. I think they're gonna need to connect these things. As much as possible, I'll start heading back to the city on Tuesday. Wait, you didn't come back yet? You're coming next week? Oh boy. Anyway, so let me keep going here. Also, this one is okay. This one is for the 7 train, but this one is this one already passed. Well, now, so basically that's it. Sorry for. Usually I stream. I remember I used to stream Sunday nights and Friday nights. Now it's Monday nights and Friday nights because Sunday I'm sleepy. And but for this week, Sunday I was in a plane. Monday I was dealing with jet lag, and so I had to postpone it to Tuesday. Sorry. My schedule is unpredictable. So, just as a reminder, I post the subways, the rail. I post the rail report. Okay, that includes the subways, of course, on Monday morning when I'm on my way to work, and I post That's for the weekdays. The weekday rail reports I post on Monday morning. The weekend rail reports I post on Saturday morning. I know it sounds last minute, but this is to make sure that I get the most up to date, the most updated, and the, also, yeah, I stuttered, sorry. The most up to date information, like God forbid something changes or whatnot. So it's like right there. There is a person named Derek Richard. He's another transit expert. He does it super early. I think Thursdays he posts the weekend stuff, and then Fridays he posts the weekdays as coming, the next coming weekday, which is pretty early because I catch I kind of catch a few mistakes here and there. Number one, number two, he would miss some things that the MTA will add out of nowhere. Also, doesn't take into account weather-related things, because sometimes there's one time a snowstorm actually canceled all the transit stuff. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. My two favorite mods. My third one is Senor Shelby. I will be going to PuchiCon in Teaneck, New Jersey, because the voice actress for Lisa, that's Senor Shelby's favorite, will be there, and it's gonna be my Christmas present to Senor Shelby. Alright. I'm gonna find someone to raid. Let's see. Because I'm sleepy. Why am I sleepy? Because before I stream, I was actually watching the news to monitor monkeypox and COVID. Even though it's not getting as much, attention as they should. I think because we're all tired of it, understandably so. I still monitor it, and I'll still post the stuff. I will do a COVID update for this Friday. I'm gonna formally add Novavax to the list of authorized vaccines by the FDA and CDC. Also, I'm going to talk about Paxlovid. There's a rebound of symptoms and being tested positive, so I'm going to look into that. I did a post from repost that's made by Unbiased Science Podcast about the Paxlovid rebound. So basically, there's a rebound of COVID symptoms and you get a positive test after you recover. So we're trying to figure that one out. Okay, that being said, let's raid. Let's see who we can raid. Let's do this. Who has the least viewers? There's Arrows. I will raid Arrows. He's in New Jersey, so let me just double check something. Yeah, let's do it. Arrow. There it is. Does it work? Oh yeah, by the way, this channel is for mature audiences, okay? So, again, thank you everyone for stopping by and thank you Kat, thank you Nikki for modding. Okay, and in the words of DJ Nicky Zem, I hope you all stay healthy and safe, as always. Okay, it's very important to do so, and also, especially since many parts of the country is dealing with a heat wave, it's really, really, really important to take care of yourself and each other, as Lester Holt has said. But please take it easy, please take it one step at a time, please take care of yourself. And again, please stay healthy and safe, as always. Y en las palabras de Doctora Ana Maria Polo, he dicho, boom! Transmisión cerrada. I will see you there. See you Friday. Say hi to Arrows.